Yeah.
And then Tully.
Welcome back to Walsall Fan TV. It's Christmas time. And we got the special fan chat and quiz. And we got Darren here, we got Phil here, we got the special appearance from Santa, and we got Jack, and we've got some more special guests coming as well. So,
And me.
did I forget Stephen? I'm feeling terrible now. Oh. Right then, we are going to have the quiz as well, but we're also going to talk about the football. So let's kick us off, Darren. Could it be any better than it is at the minute?
No. Do you know what? After that, do you know the Bromley and Charlton games? I was like, oh, here we go. It's just starting to tail off. And the fact that we've come back so strongly since then, I'm like completely convinced now. It's like, it's unbelievable. That I thought that was just the start of us dipping away. But the way we've come back, I mean, it's literally, I genuinely cannot believe it. It's brilliant. Yeah.
It is pretty special. Phil, what do you think is the biggest risk at the minute for us?
Well, January traditionally has been a bit of a problem for us in the past. I know that there's been a lot of Nathan Lowe talk already, which I'm sure we'll get onto as we go through. So that's always, and I think a lot of people are keeping their powder a bit dry and sort of saying, well, let's wait and see what the squad looks like when we come out of the other end of January. I think form-wise, it's not been the best of months for us traditionally either. But I think there's, my instinct is that this squad has got a lot more about it than previous squads have, and I think they've proved that on numerous occasions this season. So I'm trying not to go into January with a pessimistic head on. I'm trying to go into January this year with a bit more of an optimistic head on and thinking let's come out of it stronger than we are at the moment, and let's push on and let's have a successful second half of the season, because I think we've got it in us without question. Yeah,
Jack, it can't happen 3 times on the trot, can it? Danny Johnson, Freddie Draper. It can't happen again, can he?
Well, if anyone knows that Mick McCarthy meme, I'm going to use that where he goes, "It can." It's going to be fascinating if he does get recalled, because obviously we might go and get Draper, or we might go and get someone who we've never heard of, and it ends up being a massacre. We win the league by 20 points, or he does get called back, which to me wouldn't make a lot of sense, because what's Stoke going to do with him? They're just going to leave. They're just going to leave him on the bench. So
he's going to struggle for game time, isn't he? I think the guy's in a flow, and he's getting game time. He's enjoying his football, and he's developing, being alongside Jamil Matt. Question for Santa: from the current squad, who would step in if Nathan Lowe did get recalled?
Well, this is it, isn't it? We have got a stronger squad. I'm right in saying that Douglas James Taylor is back with us, isn't he?
Yeah, Douglas James Taylor's.
Or is he?
Darren's shaking his head. What's that, Darren?
No. If we're hanging our hopes on him, no.
Oh, got you. We'll come back to that, Darren. Go on. Sorry, carry on.
Who's going back to Georgia anyway?
I think he's there till June. I'm pretty sure he's there till June.
Let me just clarify.
But I do think.
Now, what I was saying, at the fans forum, they said Douglas James Taylor would be back with us in January.
Well,
sorry, Santa, we interrupted you. Very rude of us. I'm sorry.
I was only going to say that we've got DJT, hopefully coming back. We've got Uncle Albert, who did well on Saturday, I thought.
Yeah.
But you can't sort of rely on him as a centre forward, really. But of course, we might bring someone else in. But let's hope we keep Nathan Lowe. In many ways, it makes sense for Stoke to leave him with us. But the problem is if they get Stoke fans' pressure. You know,
Yeah.
the supporters of Stoke saying, "Look at this chap here, scoring goals, and we're not doing so well." No, you know that. We've had that.
Well, I think I haven't
Also-
checked the position. I haven't checked the position on Stoke. I don't think they're champion. They're not challenging for playoffs or relegation, are they? So there's not really a great lot to achieve. I don't think.
They're in the bottom half, aren't they? Still,
Yeah.
Are they? Well,
yeah, they're not on a particularly good run at the moment, Stoke.
They're not on a good run,
which isn't helping us, I don't think. They lost. They lost at Sheffield Wednesday on Saturday, and they played against 10 men for the majority of the game. Just going back to what you said about the Stoke fans, I was having a look on some social media stuff that was going around on Saturday, because it was mentioned, and it has been mentioned about whether they should bring Nathan Lowe back. And what I was reasonably encouraged by, I mean, I know obviously the fans don't make the decision, but I was reasonably encouraged by a majority of Stoke fans who seem to be saying, what's the point of bringing Nathan Lowe back, leave him where he is, he's playing regularly, he's scoring regularly. Yes. And however well he's done for us, there is a world of difference between scoring goals in League Two and scoring goals in the Championship. And I think it would be a hell of a lot of pressure for Stoke to hang a hell of a lot of pressure on Nathan Lowe, and not a great move, I don't think, for Stoke to hang their hat on a 19-year-old kid coming back in and helping to bail them out in the Championship. I hope, I know obviously I'm talking with personal interest here because we all want him to stay, but I'm hoping that Stoke will look at their situation and think that they probably need somebody with a bit more experience than Nathan Lowe of what it's going to be like in the Championship. But who knows? We're second guessing at the moment. Who knows what they want to do?
I think you're spot on there, Phil. From a Stoke perspective, if they brought Nathan back in January as the guy who was going to keep them up, that would be like a wild card, wouldn't it? That'd be a wild thing to do. We don't want the whole show to be about Nathan Lowe, but I mean, he has been awesome, hasn't he? And Jamil Matt also, he's done remarkably well compared to last season. I'm really pleased with him. Who's our real cover? I think this is where January's concerned. Do we need to bring somebody in as a cover for Jamil Matt? Darren?
Yeah, I think when he goes off, you can tell straight away that the way we play and our patterns of play all change. I think he's that important. Like I don't really like Adoma up front so much, to be honest. He's not Jamil Matt. He's not that. He's completely the opposite type of player to Jamil Matt. So I think on my shopping list for January would be a jammer, like backup / rotation player. Someone with a bit of height, I would say. But yeah, I think we're just to go back from a couple of points earlier, just to summarize, I think we're one good January away from promotion, personally. If we can just strengthen from a position of strength, get in one, just to tweak it to get 1 or 2 in, I think, we're on track. But yeah, I'd definitely be looking at getting a backup pajama, personally.
Yeah. Daz, welcome to the show. You're right, Daz. You okay? He's
I think he knows. Ricky. Hoo.
You're right, Daz.
Dead to the world.
Oh, he can't hear us, I don't think. Okay, we'll move that question to Jack. Any players that perhaps you think could make a good cover for Jamil Matt?
Well, he likes height, doesn't he? So the simple answer is Carl Hudlin, who was at Solihull for a while. Who's about 7 foot tall. We don't want him though. I don't actually think he's very good. I liked the look. I liked the look of was it Yatta or Jatta when we played Notts County the other week? He was
Jatta. We're not going to get him. He'd be expensive.
He would be. But if you can perhaps offload some players, or even someone from Premier League just on loan.
Yeah. I think that for me, that is my concern. Stephen, what are you thinking?
I think a very rogue one, but maybe bringing back Freddie Draper.
Freddie Draper
is that physical presence that we are missing out on when Matt goes off. And he's a young prospect for Lincoln who hasn't been playing at all. My mate's a Lincoln fan, and he's really disappointed with Freddie Draper because every time he comes on, he's doing absolutely nothing for him. Well, that's when he gets on. So I think bringing him back to Walsall will be a very good, well, definitely boost our season and definitely help him out as well.
I think the key thing there is that's League One. So Freddie Draper was great in League Two. In League One, he's not doing so well, even though he'd got a good presence. So Phil's point about Nathan Lowe dropping him into the Championship, that would, I think, Phil, would that hamper his development if he did go back?
I think it would. I don't think he'd go back and go straight into their first team. They might want to bring him back and just keep him around the first team squad and have him on the bench and bring him on and see how he copes with it. We just don't know. I made my point earlier in what I think would be best for his development. I think Freddie Draper would be a good shout in terms of if we did have to try and find a replacement. And going back to the argument about DJT and having him back around, I think you can make the same argument for DJT as you could about Nathan Lowe, about keeping him where he is. He's had a good loan spell at Drogheda. He's been playing regularly. He's scored a few goals. He's won a cup. I think you can make the same argument about keep him where he is and keep him developing, and then let's see where he is at the end of his second loan spell. But there's no doubt that the Nathan Lowe issue is a concern. As I say, we're all trying to second guess what Stoke are thinking and what they're going to do. At the end of the day, he's their player. If they want him back in and around the first team squad, then they'll take him back, and there's not a lot we can do about it. But I'm just hoping that they see the bigger picture and keep him put.
On League Two banter, there was a comment from Nathan Lowe's cousin, and he said he'd got an agreement that he was going to stay with us for the season. So if that is all cast iron, then that's all good. We welcome Daz to the show. Can you hear us, Daz?
I can. Nice. Sorry, technical issues.
Technical issues. It's because it's Christmas. It all goes all crazy.
It's the idiot in front of the computer, mate.
We're gonna step into the first questions for the quiz shortly. Just in the comments, people that are watching, if you want to be part of the quiz, just put yes, I'm in, and Stephen will get your name down so we can track your points and that sort of thing. So we're jumping there. Question for Daz. We have been talking about Nathan Lowe, which is obviously a big subject, and cover for Jamil Matt. But George Hall had sort of really added a lot to our midfield, particularly with the options in midfield. With him out for a few months, Ronan Mayer also injured for a shorter period. Are you concerned that we might be getting short on midfield cover, or do you think Oshie is capable of filling the gap?
The second question, no. I think he can do a job elsewhere much better than he can in the kind of areas you're talking about. I think January we need to improve. I've said it a number of times. Standing still is an error we've done before. I expect Trivela to go out and improve us, with George Hall being unavailable until the end of February by the look of it, with the kind of injury he's got, and relatively unreliable in terms of staying fit. I really expect Trivela to push the boat out somewhere.
How about
not break the bank, but push the boat out.
Is it time for Ronan Mayer to come into the team? Or come into the squad, or do you think he should stay at Tamworth?
I think he's got a month at Tamworth. I think he'll naturally come back into the squad. Quite honestly, I like Ronan. I think he's got a bit about him. But if Sadler really thought that, he wouldn't be at Tamworth. He'd be here now. As I'll go back, I think Trivela really need to do something in January. I think everything they've touched of late has turned to gold, and January is another test for them, and we need to be stronger leaving January than we enter it.
Yeah,
because
I think
everybody else will move forward.
Yeah, because we are, without being over optimistic, we are definitely in a position now to win the league. So it's just a matter of sustaining it, and to sustain it, as Daz says, you got to keep pushing forward.
Yeah, it ain't about winning the league for me. It's about getting out, whether that's first, second, third, or if we have to go the long way around, we have to go the long way around. And I think that would be disappointing now, dropping into the playoffs. But for us, I don't care about winning it. I just need to get out of this league.
Yeah, I think finish top three. For me, top three would be absolutely job done. Everybody's happy. Anybody concerned that we won't be able to sustain it? Daz? Oh, Darren, rather.
Yes, I said earlier, didn't I? I think just agreeing with Daz, like strengthen from a position of strength, and we push on. I personally think, like I said, just to reiterate, I think we're a good January away from getting out of this goddamn league, and I'm sick of it. Yeah, I just agree with Daz, just to echo.
Okay. Santa, what do you think?
Tell me the question again, Simon.
Do you think Walsall can sustain it, Santa?
I think so. I think we can sustain it. I do think they're probably, I do think they're probably got to do something in January a little bit, strengthen. Simply because, as Dad's said, that you have to move forward, really. If you stay still, everyone else moves forward, and you suddenly behind a bit. The problem I've got, well, we've all seen this, but I've been watching Walsall since 1953, and I've seen that many tail-offs and all this. I can't help thinking, this is great. This is really good. Santa's got us top of the. I'd have a word with the Queen of the May. See if she can keep us number one in May or close. But realistically, I'm hopeful. I think we'll be okay.
Right then, I think as far as the quiz, just checking some of the comments. Dane Scarlett would be a good shout for Jammer. Anybody tell me anything about Dane Scarlett? It's not a player I know.
He was Tottenham youngster. He was very highly thought of there, I think.
From Tottenham?
I think so.
Yeah, it is Tottenham, I believe.
But
I don't know his footballing ability. I don't know if he's
we were linked with that Mellon bloke who was it Fleetwood or Morecambe?
Yeah, Mickey. There's a new Mickey Mellon. He used to be manager of Tranmere, and now he's a striker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's one
as well. So
in the fans forum, they did say if Nathan Lowe is recalled, they've already got people in mind. So maybe that guy is one of the ones.
Dane Scarlett's at Oxford, then you'll get him.
I was at Scott at Oxford.
Yeah.
Laukovic. Who's put Laukovic? Wipton Wells. Laukovic. No, we don't go back there.
Should we get Romain?
He's laughing on it. You've got a laughing emoji. Sorry, I'll let you off there, Winston. Right then, let's just check off a couple of the questions, a couple of the comments. We've got Luca Talks Ball. He's joining us. So hi, Luca. Merry Christmas to you all from James C. Has James C joined in with the quiz? She hasn't said yes. Quickly get your name in there if you want to be in the quiz. I think I have got some special questions from some extra special guests. But should we have the first 5 questions from Santa? Because I know Santa is obviously very busy this time of the year and can't be with us for the whole of the evening. So if Santa, would you like to ask your questions?
Rightio, Simon. Question 1. They're all Christmas questions, by the way. as
They're
you'd
all Christmas.
expect.
Oh, let me put a little
Santa.
proviso in first on points. I haven't mentioned points yet.
Oh yes.
On the speed questions such as these, the first answer on the comments gets 5 points. The second answer gets 3 points. The third, the fourth, and the fifth gets 1 point. Anybody after that, no points, because we don't want anybody seeing the answer and then tapping it in to try and grab points, because that would be cheating, wouldn't it? And then we've got another format as well for other points, which we'll do slightly different, and I'll tell you about that when we get to it. But so we're back to Santa. First question, if you please.
Right, you are. What was the last season Walsall played on Christmas Day? Walsall, all league
The last
teams,
time we
low
played
league
on
teams used to
Christmas
play on
Day.
Christmas Day. Yes, and Boxing Day.
I
What
and-
was the last
not born.
season?
The last time we played on Christmas Day.
2023.
Oh, 2023.
Yep.
Are you including Boxing Day with that, Santa?
No, just Christmas Day, 25th.
It's Christmas Day. 1984 is a guess for Winston Wells. 66-67, the January Stars. 1923 says the Fallen Maniac. 1967, Samuel says. Joshua said 1961.
I think they did play Christmas Day 1923, but that's not the last time.
That's not the last time. Okay.
Not the
That's
last
good.
time.
Right then, have we got any correct answers in there? Oh, I thought you meant Boxing Day. Said no,
No.
that's it.
No, Christmas Day, 25th.
So, have you got the answer for us, Santa?
No.
I help you out.
I'll have to ask the elves. Yes.
Okay, then.
Do you want the answer?
Yes, please.
Do you want the answer now?
Yes.
Right. The answer was 1957 to 58.
1957,
And we
58.
played-
Nobody got that.
57,
I was
58.
only just
It was the
48
last season of League Division 3. We went into League 4 then. You know, it was League Division South, the third division South. And we played Shrewsbury Town at home, and we lost 1-0.
So the bandit
There you
after that. Okay, that was a tough one. Second question
It was a
from
tough
Santa.
one. Second question. How many ghosts are there, or how many ghosts appear in the tale A Christmas Carol?
How many ghosts in A Christmas Carol?
Christmas Carol, either the book or the film. How many ghosts?
How many ghosts appear? Right then, so we'll have the first 5 answers will get points. 12, somebody's put there. He's having a laugh, isn't he?
Good. They're busy ghosts, aren't they? 12.
So we got 1 correct answer in there. You got him, Stephen, yeah. Yeah. I think Ahmad was second. Alan Fletcher third. Right then, I think that's the points for that one. Third question from Santa. Oh, the
Okay.
answer's 3,
Do you want
isn't
the
it?
answer, or have we got the answer? Or
I thought the answer was 3
The
myself.
answer's 4.
What's the answer?
do you want the,
4. Go on.
it's 4.
4. Oh, sorry, I got it wrong then.
I know.
The answer's 4.
All right then. So that's first correct answer was the January
gave you the
Star.
answers.
So 5 points. 3 points for the Fallen Maniac. 1 point to Joshua. That's not 3. Forgetting Jacob Marley. Got you. Okay. Alan gets a point. and Colin Higgs gets a point. That's good. You got those?
Yeah, but you're saying it's wrong.
Have I got it all wrong?
Colin Higgs and then Samuel as well.
That's it. Yeah, we got that. Third question, Santa, please.
Third question. Frosty the Snowman. What did Frosty the Snowman do when a magic hat was placed on his head? Someone placed a magic hat on Frosty the Snowman's head. Well, what was his reaction? What did he do?
Okay. So you got 5 points.
Yeah,
3.
I'm just trying to sing the Jackson 5 song.
Yeah.
5, 3,
Yeah.
1.
Okay.
What do you think?
Right then.
Frosty the Snowman.
Somebody's singing the song to themselves, I think, aren't they? Jack's cheating. He's having a look. Smiled is the first answer from Winston.
Anyone with that, you genius.
Right then. You think these are tough? I've seen some of the questions you got coming. Mine are a bit easier, I'll tell you.
Well,
I thought these were easy.
Right then, we've got no answers on there yet, have we?
Oh dear.
1.
Should we count them out on it? 5, 4, 3. Oh, come alive. 2, 1. What was the answer, Santa?
He dances around.
He dances around. So that's it. Okay. Question 4.
Frosty the Snowman used to dance. Question 4. In the song or carol or Christmas song, The 12 Days of Christmas, what was given on the 8th day? On the 8th day
of Christmas. Come on, this one should fly in fairly quick.
Nice and easy, that one.
Yeah, that's a better one. I think even I know that one.
I know for 5, that's as far as I can go.
You know the 5 gold rings or 5 toilet rolls if you go to the panto.
Oh, what's 8?
I've just retweeted Tommy Marlowe's 12 Sadler's Days of Christmas, which he did after the game on Saturday.
Yeah.
8 maids.
So we got a few. We got a few coming in here. So that's the first 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got one more, I think.
It definitely isn't that.
Right then. So I think we got Winston Wells is on it, isn't he? Right then. So we got all the answers in. So am I right in saying it's Maids of Milking?
It is indeed Maids of Milking.
So Winston gets 5 points. Joshua 4 points. Samuel 3 points. Ahmed 2 points. And Colin 1 point. That's it. Samuel's in twice. But that's it. But he's got his points. That's good. Right then, final question from Santa.
Final question about turkeys. I thought this was easy, but I don't know. What name is used for a female turkey?
A female turkey.
What would you call a female turkey?
Jack's twizzling his
head.
Do
you want a clue already?
Nah, they don't start giving them clues.
We don't
have it that easy.
Female bird.
Almost.
We got a few first few coming in. Fairly consistent answers at the minute. That's 5 points.
Don't know the answer yet, mate.
We do. I know the answer to this one.
I don't care.
Right then. I think we're about there for that. So I think it's a hen. Is that correct, Santa?
It's correct. Ho ho.
Very good. And so Joshua gets 5 points. Winston 4 points, 3 for Ahmed, 2 for Samuel, and 1 for Colin Higgs. We can't have it for a bird. That's probably we can't have that one. Santa, that's really good. Thanks very much for that. Right then, so let's get contentious now. Jack, Albert Adoma, what's your thoughts on him so far?
Albert Adoma, he's an absolutely what we've been missing for years in terms of experience. I mean, imagine if when we'd have had Stephen Ward, who started week in, week out, had the head on him that Albert Adoma hasn't it? We'd have been in a much better place back then than we were. He's what we've been missing for years. But Andy comes on and he just has fun. That's the main thing. He just has fun. And he's got what five goals and assists this season, which is like one every 6 games when he comes off the bench, which isn't too bad.
Yeah, I think early season, I think he was the calming influence to help us over the line. But I think in some games, I think trying to replace Jamil Matt up front, it's perhaps not quite doing the job there. I think. What do you think, Phil?
What game it is?
Yeah.
What do I think? I think he's been on the whole. I think he's been excellent. I think the experience of having someone like that around what is a relatively young squad will be invaluable, not just for what he does on a Saturday afternoon, but from what he does at the training ground Monday to Friday. I'm sure he adds a hell of a lot to what's going on the training ground, as well as just general match preparation. He's one of the fittest 37-year-old blokes I've ever seen. He's got a tremendous engine. He's still in great shape, and that's credit to him and his how professional he is about his outlook to the game. And I think you just look at his record at previous clubs. He's been a popular player everywhere he's been. You talk to any club that's had Albert Adoma on their books, and they'll say nothing but good things about him. And I think he'll have a big part to play between now and the end of the season. Personally, I'd like, when he does come on, I'd like to see him play a little bit deeper. I was thinking when we played Notts County, I'd quite like to see Adoma play the role that David McGoldrick plays for Notts County, just playing a little bit deeper, not sort of completely up front, but just sort of lurking around in that attacking third, getting on the ball and making things happen. But yeah, I think what he's contributed so far has been excellent.
Nice one. Next question comes to Daz. Are there any players do you think we might lose in January other than Nathan Lowe?
Every winning team, he's going to attract players. Players are going to be chased by other clubs. It's part of the football food chain. It would be naive to think there's not interest in any of our players in January, because there will be, and that includes a manager as well, for what it's worth. I don't see us doing deals this time. I think doing deals it would be extremely short term. There's more benefit in keeping this team together. But then again, if silly money comes in, silly money comes in. I'm sure that given what they've done in the last 18 months, they'll have plans for players who are leaving. They'll have replacements in place. And I've said it a few times on different broadcasts. I don't see anybody leaving here cheaply anymore. The days of the first bid coming in and a player going, I think, are long gone. These people know what they're doing. And if you're going to have one of our players, you're going to have to pay for him.
Yeah, and particularly at the moment, I think.
You're going to have to pay. You're going to have to pay top whack. None of this leaving to Coventry, Scott down on the last day on the first bid, or not having a plan of how to replace him. I think you have to be able to pay top whack, and then have somebody ready.
Yeah, Darren, what do you think? Any concern? Who do you think's probably most likely to be tempted away?
Yeah, so the intel that I have is what Dad said. There's a lot of interest, and I think from what I hear, it's mainly Allen and Jealous who I think would be up there. I think it's very hard to find a left-footed player who can play in the back three and come out and underlap like they do in the Championship or League One, and we do that brilliantly. So I think him and Jealous would be the ones up there. Sturk as well has had a good season. Barrett as well. I mean, he's still quite, it's only his first season in league football, so teams might want to just have a look a little bit longer. But yeah, I think Allen and Jealous are the ones that I would be most worried about.
Yeah. Question for Santa. When I think it's clear at the moment that Walsall have got such a togetherness and the squad has got such a togetherness, but agent power does have an impact. Which of the fringe players perhaps are more likely to go? Or do you think none?
Fringe players, I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so. I'm hoping no one will go, but it is always a worry. It's always a worry. But I do agree with what I said earlier. I think Taz mentioned it, that things are different with this group, Tavella group. They're much more professional than we've seen before. And hopefully, we'll keep the squad together. But we have got some good fringe players, but whether they'll attract bids at this time of the year, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I think as Fallen Maniac staying there, I wouldn't be surprised to see Cleary go back, because he's just not getting enough game time, is he?
No, I wouldn't. Not really. No.
If Douglas James Taylor is staying at Walsall and not going back to Drogheda, he's going to be taking that slot. So maybe that's one of our. Cause you can only have a certain amount of loan players. So having a loan player who's not making the bench.
Simon, how sure are we that DJT's, like all the news reports I'm just looking at here, is that he was on a year-long loan? It's on our website as well. Says he signed till next June.
Yeah, I thought when he came and did the FAI Cup thing, he said, "What's your plans after January? I'm going back to Drogheda and starting the next season."
How maybe
that's what I understood.
Because I remember saying to my granddad, "Oh, we ain't getting him back then," and that's like, that was a big thing at the time.
Darren, I'm guessing that they can do the same as Stoke can do, as anybody else can do. They can break that if they want to. On for Cleary, I think Cleary played for West Bromwich Albion before he played for us this season. So I'm not sure about the rules going to National League, but he certainly can't go to another league club.
No.
I got you.
But he handed his shirt off yesterday, which they don't offer on Saturday, which they don't often do unless they're not going to be in again.
How Cleary?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because obviously they get one and then they have to pay for it if they hand it off. And
got you. Okay, I think we're ready for the next round of questions. Are you still okay with the Santa, or have you got to get off now?
I think I've got to get off now.
Okay, I know you've got a busy time of it. I know you've got presents. Keep an eye on the elves. Get those presents.
Yeah, I know.
Don't forget my new car.
You know what these elves like?
That's brilliant. Thanks for coming on now, Santa. You've been awesome. Thank you.
Anyway, I'll go. Before I go,
cheers. Thanks
before I go, I wish you all a Merry Christmas. All Walsall supporters and players, and any Rotarians watching, a Merry Christmas. And do a log off. Could you log me off, Sam?
I will do. Yeah. Thank you. Cheers, Santa. Right then. So next lot of quiz questions. Who's next up? Who's next up? Go on, Jack.
I'll go. So mine's all about Walsall in 2024. So it's not too hard. So question number 1: who scored Walsall's first goal of 2024?
Right then. So this is one of the quick ones. So first 5 answers get points. Who scored the first goal for Walsall in 2024?
That's in competitive games, Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you want me to do all of them, Si, or do you want me to just do?
Well, now, I think we just do one at a time, and we just do one at a time because you might get confused with it otherwise.
Yeah.
I think I know the answer to that one. I think it was Dougie. Was it Dougie?
At Grimsby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got some nods. So 5 points to Fallen Maniac, 5 points to the January Stars, 3 points to Samuel, and I think that's it. I've revealed the answer now, so that'd be
that was
right then.
I misunderstood the question.
Oh, did you think it was this season?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's the whole year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Question number
Next
2.
one. Justin Whiting's just put 1933. I think he's trying to catch on a previous question. You'll be lucky, Justin. Right then, question 2, Jack.
Question 2: who were the strike partnership for the FA Cup game against Southampton?
Who was up front against Southampton?
That's a great question.
That is a good question. I know who didn't want to go in goal.
Yeah.
That was
Owen Evans.
Yeah, Owen Evans said, "I don't want to play. I'm not going in goal against them," and put poor Jackson Smith in.
I think that was just before Evans's
his calamity,
just before his recall.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that was a fun moment of the year, wasn't it? When everyone celebrated Owen Evans getting sent off, that was a weird moment.
It was. I think celebrating your own play getting sent off. I think it was more about, in my mind, it was more about the fans knew that Jackson Smith deserved to play.
Yeah,
and
in
putting Owen Evans in. I think that's what it was.
At any club ever. Fascinating. It was fascinating. I don't think I've ever seen that at any club ever. It was so strange.
Right then, we got some answers flying in. DJ, we wanted both of them.
So DJ and Earing for the January Stars.
Yeah. DJ and DJT. DJ DJT. DJ DJT. Draper Gordon. Right then, so what's the answer?
The answer is DJ and DJT.
Yes.
Fantastic. So that's 5 points to Samuel, 4 points to Ahmed, 3 points to Fallen Maniac, and that completes the scoring on that. Right then, so next question 3.
How many games without a win in the league did we go before beating Mansfield?
How many games without a win before we beat Mansfield? In
Which season?
Which season we're talking?
Oh, this was at the start of the year when we beat them 2-1 at home.
Oh, got you. Okay, that was so last season, 23-24.
In the league, so
yeah. So I love a quiz, Winston. Trying to catch up. I know I won't get any points. Justin loves He normally wins, so he's a bit late to this one, so he's fighting against it.
He's got to catch 15 points.
Should we give a point to Colin for that one? He was a little bit late, I think, but we'll let him off.
How many is that? That's 2, isn't it?
So, how many games without a win before we played them? So far, we've got 6, 7, 9, 4, 3.
Oh, I was going to say 12.
7. We got them coming in. I remember it was a dark time. We've had plenty of. It's all about the joy and the pain, isn't it? We know that.
So the year started with the 6-1 thrashing of Grimsby, and we all thought we're back. Then we had Southampton in the cup as a bit of a settler. Then we went 5 league games without to win before we beat Mansfield 2-1 and Jimmy
5
and Flint.
Right then, let's see. Anybody said 5? I don't know. The January Stars said 5. So that's 5 points for them. And that's the only scoring on that one. Right then, question 4.
Which defender scored 3 goals in his first 4 appearances in the first half of this year?
I know this one.
Any Walsall fans should know this. He's going to be an absolute cult hero for many years to come.
Right then, so we're first to spell his name, I think. Can I give him a clue? He scores when he wants.
I was watching the team he was at yesterday get a point against Celtic.
Yeah.
He didn't play that, which is annoying.
I wouldn't mind him coming back, to be fair.
Yeah, he'd be a good one. I think
especially since Priestley spends all his time on the injury bench. I mean, that would be a good addition to have.
Yeah.
Priestley could be a player who maybe is looking to be moved on coming summer.
I don't think you're moving him on while he's injured.
Yeah, no. Definitely not in January, but maybe summer transfer window.
Yeah, I can see Ram going to Tamworth for the rest of the season. I think.
Yeah,
particularly if we bring in somebody else in. Right then, I think it's Emmanuel Adebayoga.
Manny Adebayoga.
Scores when he wants.
So
we got 5 points for January Stars, 4 for Ahmed, 3 for Samuel, 2 for Paula Maniac, and 1 for Colin. And Justin says 8 maids of milking. You're a bit late, Justin. Right then, okay. Final question from Jack.
Final question. Let's go for how many league games has Albert Doma started this season?
How many league games has he started?
League games. So in the league.
Oh, that is a tough one. He's made a lot of cameos, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's had a lot of cameo appearances, and he's appeared in the EFL Trophy games, but that wouldn't count. So that's quite a tough one.
So we've played 20 games. How many games has Albert Doma started?
How many of those 20 has he started? Not many, I'm thinking. Right then, we got some answers coming in. We got a 4, a 2, a 3, a 3, a 3, a 1, a 1. What are you saying, Phil?
I believe Saturday was his first league start, so I think it's 1.
Ah, okay. So, Jack, what's the answer?
The answer is 1.
Yay! Well done, Phil.
On Saturday, I did have to go back and check because I was so surprised when I heard it.
Yeah, well, I thought you had another one, but that must have been the cup matches.
Yeah, because we've got loads of cup runs going on. It's crazy. He seems to play every week.
So Ahmed gets the 5 points on that one.
Up top, he put 2.
Oh, he put 2, and then he put 1,
and then changed it to 1 before.
What do you reckon? Do you think he should get the points if he changes his answer before we've announced the answers?
If we haven't announced it yet, then yeah.
Yeah, go on, give him the point for that. So 5 points for Ahmed. Neil Barrett gets 4 points. John Boys gets 1. Winston gets 1. And Barry Collins gets 1. Barry from SNS Steelstock. Thanks for joining us, Barry.
Can you start stop scrolling. So I can
Have we gone too fast for you? Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I need to write down new names as well.
We got.
Run out of paper.
It's good. And
Pass me the mouse again.
yeah, go on. Right then. Yes. Before we've put the answer, before we've actually announced the answer, I think it's fair to change your answer if you feel that's what you need to do. Right then, that was your 5, Jack. That was good. Thank you very much for those. Sam Hornby. Should he be getting more starts, or do you think Tommy Simkin has sort of proved himself to be the number one? Darren?
Yeah, I think Simkin. I mean, I was up for dropping him, to be honest. The way he was going, just to take him out the firing line for a couple of games. But to be fair, stuck with him, and he's not really done that much wrong of late. I don't think he's still only a young kid, so it's hard to criticise. But I think it's what we're doing now is working. I don't see any reason to change it.
Yeah, I remember on the. I agree with that. I think anybody disagree with that? That'll be a no, I think. Daz, were you surprised the Matt Sadler didn't bring Donovan Daniels back in when Harry Williams was fit again? Because we did have one comment. I won't shout the guy out, but we had one guy who said Matt Sadler will play his favourites. Donovan Daniels will play Saturday, and he put Harry Williams back in.
I thought Donovan Daniels played really well at Wimbledon. You're talking about the goal. Simkin played really well at Wimbledon as well. But I thought Donovan Daniels was just what we needed at Wimbledon. But Notts County, with Port Vale on the horizon, and having dropped points at home to Bromley, Notts County was a game we really, really needed to win. And whoever he chose at the back were his first choice. And I think the three that got chosen against Notts County, Williams being one, is over Daniels. Know who the first choice are now, because he had choices, he had options where he could have gone. And in all honesty, Harry Williams has repaid him tenfold in the last few weeks for the faith he put in him. Almost faultless in the last month.
Yeah. So far, we always put that in. So far.
Every defender's going to make a mistake at some stage.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Phil, do you think the long throws from Harry Williams are just a benefit, or do you think that's contributing to his inclusion?
I don't think so. It's a benefit. I think he's included because he's defending very well. And just going back to what Daz has said about the back three, look at what our back three is at the moment. Oshie McKenty, Donovan Daniels, Evan Weir. I would say that's better than a lot of first choice centre half combinations that we've had in the past. I think Evan Weir's done very well in every game that I've seen him play, apart from possibly MK where he was left wing back. But I think every game when he's played left-sided centre half, he's played very well. Donovan Daniels has still got a lot to offer. Oshie McKenty we know how good he is. But the three of them can't get a game at the moment, and they can't get a game because the three that are in there are playing so well, and it's credit to them. I mean, I don't know exactly what our defensive record is over the last few games, but it's very, very good. And to go to Port Vale and keep a clean sheet in horrific conditions, to do the same at Harrogate, to do the same at home against who was it? Sorry, Barrow.
Yeah,
fair play to them. The three of them are doing a great job at the moment. Hats off to them.
That's it. I think if we look at the whole team now, if you took out our first 11 and put the follow-ups, the covering players in, I think we'd still have a really good side, wouldn't we, Jack?
Yeah, it's strange how we've suddenly ended up with so much depth after years of having no depth at all. It's kind of like all our Christmases have come at once as Walsall fans. Just in one season, everything's just turned absolutely Rosie. I do think Harry Williams is probably my favourite Walsall player for a long, long time. I absolutely love him to pieces. And he's also the one player, I think, in this team who is criminally undervalued by other teams, because it's like how is he not getting as much attention as the others? Because he's arguably our best centre back.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I think when myself and Stephen are sort of talking at the match about who for man of the match, it's like there's just so many choices.
Yeah.
Can you remember, Daz, a time when we had so many choices for who we're going to pick for man of the match?
Just give it to Sturk every week. He solves the problem.
Just give it to Kinsella and that'll be it.
Yeah,
on what you were just saying, don't forget Josh Gordon, Farquharson, and McKenty were nailed on starters in August.
Yeah.
You know, he's had three of his probably, you know, the first 4 or 5 names on the team sheet, 3 of them he's had took from underneath him in injuries, and he's still got this team. So it's not just the squad depth and what's on the bench, it's what's in the physio room as well.
Yeah, there's so much quality there. Josh Gordon, I think, could be a good player to bring on last 15 if Jamil Matt's flagging. But
he'll be back. He's been since Swindon.
He was warming up against Barrow. He did the pre-match again when in the Barrow game. So
I wasn't there. That's good. I wasn't there for that one.
Right then, should we go for the next round of questions? Who wants to go next? Darren?
Oh God. Okay. I'll premise this by I did it at work once, the Christmas quiz, and I got like heckled and abused through it. So
we'll heckle and abuse you if you want it.
Okay. Question 1, and there is a real answer to this. Some of them will be sorry for this one because it's a bit difficult. We'll go for the closest millimeter. Okay.
Or let's just say the closest.
Yeah, closest. Okay.
Right then, so everybody watching that's in this quiz, you're just gonna get your guesses out, I think.
Question 1. So in Do They Know It's Christmas, the singers ask if there'll be snow in Africa this year. But the real question is, what's the average December rainfall in Norwich? To the nearest. What do you think?
Average December rainfall in Norwich. Go on then. We'll leave this question open. Get your guesses in. You've got about 20 seconds, I think, and then.
I'd say that's probably the most difficult one of the. Well, some of them are opinions, but we'll get to it.
Some of them are opinions.
To be honest, of all the questions we've got coming, the ones from Darren are the most random, I think, really.
Hang on. We've got 15, 16, 10, 18. Und.
Yeah, 20. 158. Barry asked the question earlier. While we got those coming in, Barry asked the question earlier, how many points do we need to finish top 3?
We want to get 100 and break the record.
I think 85, isn't it, normally?
We need the same again. We're halfway.
Yeah.
I think 2 points a game. If we get 2 points a game for the rest of the season, happy days. 2 points.
If we can hit 90, we'll win the league.
Yeah. Norwich, it's their quiz of the week. Right then, you're looking through there. Have we got some good answers in there? We got 15, 16, 10, 18, 20, 158 millimeters.
Yeah. Would you reveal the answer, Simon?
Yes, please. Yeah.
The answer is this one. The actor is. You should know. What do you mean you don't know your average rainfall in Norwich? It's 53 millimeters.
53.
I put 27. I was only.
That was
So 53.
Winston or John Boys.
Winston or John
Boys. A little
Boys.
bit more festive, I think. This question 2. So question 2 is on average. If that's okay, Simon, can I do question 2?
Yeah,
Question
carry
two,
on.
what's
Yeah.
the obvious covering of ice?
So this is a bit more festive. On average, how many mince pies does the British public consume every Christmas?
Who eats all the pies?
So we're looking at the total mince pie consumption for the UK each Christmas.
God.
1,000. I'd say that's a bit low, Ahmad.
My house gets.
Whoa. We need to, judging from these answers that come in, and we need to clarify, this is the total for the entire population of the UK, not per person.
That's not going to be. It's not going to be that.
The total. Oh, here we go. Neil, here we go. We're getting real numbers now. Right.
1,000.
If it helps, I've had about 4 so far.
So just multiply that by 60 million and you'll be fine.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, got Paul and Maniac with a very precise 235.
He's been
million.
counting them.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone around me. I've gone 275.
Right, okay. Let me know when you wish me to reveal the answer, Simon.
We need to work out who's closest on this. We give it another minute, give it another couple of seconds, and then
Okay.
we go. Right then, what's the answer, Daz?
The answer is approximately, of course, with some error, 370 million.
370 million.
Yeah, 370 million.
I had 380
That
million.
is.
Wow.
Let's have a look who got the closest there.
That's got the closest.
Maniac's closest, I think.
Paul and
Maniac
Maniac
closest.
knows his mince pie consumptions. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very good. Fallen Maniac gets 5 points on that one.
Okay. Would you like me to proceed, Simon?
Yes, please. Please proceed.
Okay, I will proceed.
Question 4.
Question 3. I know, I know you like it to be question 4, but it's question 3.
Go on then.
The angel Gabriel appeared to Mary to deliver some important news. But in what year did Angels by Robbie Williams first top the UK chart?
That's an excellent question.
I'm loving these question formats.
It's an excellent question. And not one I know the answer to.
I'm deeply disappointed. It was a Robbie Williams question.
I must admit, when I was thinking of them, that did play into it.
Yeah, I'm having a little guess here, Stephen. That's my guess.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it was before I was born, around I was born, or just after.
It was when I was at university, so that might narrow it down for you. That's one thing I do remember about it.
74. What do you mean?
I wasn't born till 78, so I definitely wasn't at uni in 74.
Let's have a look.
Right, I think.
We've got guesses 97, 2003, 97, 97, 2002, 2001, 2002, 1997, 995. What's the answer, Darren?
Yeah, the answer is 1997. Yeah.
1997. So that's 5 points to January Stars, 4 points to Justin, 3 to Barry, 2 to Samuel, and I think that's it. Right then, question 4.
Now, this one, I think we'll have to leave it to you and Stephen to adjudicate the answer. Who's got the best answer?
Yeah. We can all do it. Phil can join in the adjudication here.
In Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, Kevin uses his dad's credit card famously to book into the Plaza Hotel. But what would happen if he tried to check into a Premier Inn in Slough? Answers, please. Like I said, you should honestly at work. I did this Christmas quiz and it was all, ridiculous questions like Jeremy Irons, like very much shooting stars. Name a junction on the M6. Junction 17. No, I was thinking of Junction 12. You know, sort of. Yeah.
Is this one from personal experience?
I'm liking the first answer. I'm liking the first answer. I think we give 5 points to Barry for no Premier Indian Slough. I think is Neil Barrett
for an all, isn't it?
Neil Barrett, he would meet up with Lenny Henry. I think we go 4 points for that.
Yeah. Strong answer. Do you want me to get this over with?
There, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, final question.
Hang on. Sure. Would you like a can of Stella with that? That's a good one. It's 3 points.
I wanted to bring some creativity into the, as an
we've seen you in a new light.
And we trust me, right. So, the final question is: imagine a reindeer. Okay, let's all imagine a reindeer. Now, imagine that reindeer with a degree in civil engineering. My question is this: how would a reindeer redesign Milton Keynes to make it more festive?
You see the way it's going with this. If you get a funny answer, you're going to get points.
Comedy, right?
Not be accepted. Darren, what are these questions? Says Ahmed. Oh dear, this is fun.
We just want to, just not rote learning. We don't want MCQs and just, memory answers. We want to show a bit of creativity.
Concrete. What we got here now? Phil, you tell me which one you like the best. Concrete Christmas roundabouts. Curb the streets and put lights on each Milton Keynes on the street. Knock down Christmas tree on every roundabout. Oh, that's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah, I was thinking of roundabouts with it being Milton Keynes. That's what it's famous for, isn't it?
There we go.
Yeah.
Most boring place. I'm sorry for anyone who lives in Milton Keynes. But yeah, there we go.
Straight in the roundabouts. Oh,
that's me done.
What was the best answer then, Phil?
I can't. I don't know whether I got. So I can't actually see them on my screen. So
yeah, okay. Stephen, which one's the best?
Well, I was going to say. Wait, what's it got? You got rid of it now.
I've got mentioned. That's it.
You scroll down again. Probably make all the roundabouts like mince pies because.
Yeah. I think and put a Christmas tree in every roundabout. So I think 5 for Samuel, 4 for Fallen Maniac.
And then January Stars knock down the MK ground.
Knock down the MK Dons ground.
That's a good one. Yeah, I like.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's me done. Merry Christmas.
Oh, nice one. Thanks. Cheers, Darren. Right then. So next subject. Did we see Rico Brown in the cup? Do you think he'd be worthwhile cover at right wing back, or do you think we perhaps exposed there if we were to have an injury to Connor Barrett? Go to Daz.
I think Connor Barrett is spoiling us at the moment. Measuring him against Connor Barrett is tough on anybody. I think I've seen enough of Rico Brown in the few times I've seen him to think that there's a footballer in there that can do us a job. You don't get many Connor Barretts, but if we look after him 12, 18 months' time, I think there'll be somebody knocking on the door of the first team.
Yeah. Just a thought. Oshie is out of contract in the summer. We haven't heard a renewal yet. We want to tie him down, wouldn't we, Jack?
Probably because he's very versatile. You can play right, you can play middle, centre back right, and also in the midfield. So probably, but he's probably not the first one to. We need to get locked down. I think there's a couple that we need to lock down for a bit longer.
Who you thinking?
I think Gordon's contract runs at the end of the season.
Only Gordon, yeah.
And Harry, is Harry another one?
Harry Williams, I'm not sure.
And Sturk as well.
Blooming heck, sounds like we need to get promoted.
I think we're in one of them years where if we don't go up, well, no, if we don't go up, then it's going to be an interesting one if we do have to rebuild next year.
Yeah, I think
it's quite
Phil,
the season in that way.
Phil, I think we've always been in a situation, aren't we, where if we have a good season and don't get promoted, we lose all our best players. But I think Trevella will perhaps be tougher on that. But I mean, that's still a big risk, isn't it?
Yeah, and players might be reluctant to sign contracts at this stage until, because obviously at the moment we still don't know what division we're going to be playing in next season. The best way to secure your best players is to get promoted, and that's as simple as that, really. There will be players who will be looking to move on if we don't get promoted. That's just the way of the world. You know, they'll get better offers and money talks in football. But I think the one thing Trevella have certainly looked to do, you know, when they talk about young, improvable players, the players that they've targeted to bring in, they weren't just the players that they've signed weren't just signed to be decent League Two players. If you look at the likes of Connor Barrett, he's an example of somebody who was signed with a player that is capable of improving and then going on and being a good player at the next level. And I think there's other players that fall into that category as well. So I think that recruitment has been good, and I think they've very definitely looked at players who are not just players who are going to be good League Two players. They've got the potential to go on and be good League One players, but we've got to make sure we get there to keep them.
Yeah, I think it's that development going further forward, isn't it?
Yeah.
Would Daz, putting you in the mind of Oshie at the minute, you're not a regular starter. Do you want to sign a new contract?
Just can I just drop back 1 sec into the contract situation? You saw with Knowles there was a year in the club's favour that they didn't take up. It'd be naive. There'll be a number of contracts that run out. I think it's naive to think they'll just run out. The club will have things in there that are in their favour because that's what they've been doing of late. McEntee, I like McEntee. I think he brings a lot to us. His injury record is an issue. He's made 36 starts in a year and a half here, which isn't enough. Is it a year and a half or 2.5 years? It's one or the other. I'm not sure there's many teams going to be chasing players who haven't played enough. I think Folkeson's going to be in the same boat for what it's worth. I think Folkeson's probably our best defender. But he's going to struggle to find somebody at the level he wants to play at, given his injury record. McEntee possibly the same. That's maybe harsh, but I genuinely like him. I genuinely think he's got a good future, but he needs to play games and not be injured all the time.
Yeah, of course. The thing is now he's not injured at the minute, but he's not getting the game time.
That's one of the consequences of being injured, though. So when you give somebody else the shirt, and it's not a case of in this team being automatically coming back. Somebody's got to make a mistake, and you've got to be better than them now.
Yeah. Well, as we've seen with Donovan Daniels, he came in for Harry Williams, played superbly, and then didn't keep the shirt. And same for Evan Weir. Just got a comment there from Ahmed. Evan Weir, whenever he's played, apart the Milton Keynes, as Phil said earlier, the Milton Keynes Dons game aside, he's looked excellent. But then he's doing well to get on the bench. So it's that depth of the squad, which is such a big step forward for us. Right then, I think next lot of questions we'll go to Phil. Okay.
These are going to be really boring after the last round, but maybe a bit more traditional in the quiz sense. I was originally putting questions together from the last promotion season, but I stopped because I didn't want to tempt fate that this would me suggesting that this is going to be a promotion season. And also I realised that probably ruled out anyone who's under about the age of 23, 24, because they wouldn't have forgot how long ago it was. So these are all questions about our current squad, members of our current squad. So Here we go.
Yeah.
Right. So number 1, who is currently the longest serving Walsall player? So in the current squad, who is our longest serving player?
I know that one.
Ah, okay. We'll do the same on that. The first 5 answers. Longest serving player. Is that most games or
No, this is from when they signed.
Okay, got you. Okay.
I've just realised who it is.
Who's been at the
Yeah,
club?
I've just seen one there, and I think that's probably him.
There's one more which which is in my mind, which nobody's mentioned yet, but I'm not quite sure.
Is that
No,
no?
it's not.
Ah, so we've got a few few different ones in there. Go on, put us out of our misery, Phil. Who's the longest serving player?
It is Jack Earing.
Jack Earing. Well, 5 points to Justin. 5 points to Justin. Let's have a look.
I was going to say,
Did he sign under Matt Taylor?
And
Yeah,
Daniel, 5 points.
he was signed on the 18th of June 2021.
He must have been
And he's
full
signed
of from
for
first signing.
what's good? Because we signed him, didn't we? Under it was under Darryl Clark. Was not Darryl Clark. Michael
It was
Flynn.
Mike Flynn.
He was Matt. I think he was Matty Taylor actually.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
Taylor.
Matt Taylor.
He was from Halifax, wasn't he? That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
it. We had Rushford from Halifax as well. It was like, yeah.
Then you got
Right.
Samuel as well.
Yeah,
then.
that's something about.
Right then, second question.
Number 2. Okay, so there's only one current member of the Walsall squad who's played over 100 league games for Walsall. Who is it?
I know that one.
There's only one.
Yeah, there's only one current member of the squad who's played 100 more than 100 or more league games for Walsall. Who is it?
Right then, get your answers in.
I remember seeing this the other day. Posted it on Twitter. What can I remember?
You'd think it'd be easy, wouldn't you? But
Yeah, that's it on Twitter the other day, didn't they? And I've just completely gone blank.
I think it's any of those 3.
oh yeah, it could be. No, I think it's that one. Yeah.
Jack, you need to think multi-spells.
Oh, dropping clues there, Daz.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
right then. So have I gone past it there?
No, you're at the bottom.
I'm at the bottom. That's it. Okay. Right then. So were these all for this? All for this one?
Under that one, yeah.
Got yeah. Okay. So Earing and Daniels. Somebody's cheating and having 2. Daniels.
Signed in the January. Daniels.
Yeah.
I think Daniels is currently on about 93, 94 performances. Not him.
The next one down here, Neil Barrett. I think he's got it right. I'd go for Liam Gordon.
I think we signed him after Donovan.
Is it Josh Gordon?
It's Josh Gordon.
Yeah.
Josh Gordon.
Get in there.
Stephen got that one right.
Oh,
No
Jack
correct
Ealing was the one that I
answers
saw posted the other week. That was one they posted.
there. That's an interesting one. Matt Sadler. That's how many does he play for us, Matt Sadler?
He's not a current member of the playing squad. Like that.
Okay, next question, Phil.
Right, number 3. So again, which current member of the Walsall squad has played international beach soccer for England?
Beach.
I remember this one when you sent me this one. I wouldn't have known it otherwise.
Beach football.
Who's played beach football?
I think one person there. So.
This is
In English.
For England. Is that the wind outside?
oh George in the shower. Danny Johnson is one that's coming. Not many guesses on this one.
Yeah,
This has caught a few out, Phil.
Yeah, well,
DJ Josh Gordon.
Oh.
What's the answer, Phil?
It's Priestley Farquharson.
Priestley, the priest.
That makes some sense.
Justin has just put the priest. Just as you were saying that, so I don't know whether. I think he's probably looked it up. Do you reckon? I think you'd already said that, so we'll count that one out. Right then, is that next question, Phil? Is that the final one?
Okay, so number 4. So
Of
between 2018 and 2020, Danny Johnson played for 2 Scottish League clubs. Who were they?
Oh no, it's that one.
Oh, come on, we should know this one.
I think I know this.
I think I've got it.
I did it before. Phil, Justin gave me his points. Go on, we'll let him have the points.
He's catching up quite a lot now.
He's catching up. He's a bit of a whirlwind on quizzes.
8 points behind.
He's catching up. East 5-4, 4-5, 4-4-5. Oh, I think Paula Maniac's got one there.
That's what I was going to go for.
Yeah, I think somebody's looking these up, I think, and getting them. Right then, first 3 answers we've got in there. Motherwell and Dundee. Phil, is that correct?
Do you want the answer?
Yes, please.
Yeah, that is correct. Motherwell and Dundee are the 2.
Motherwell and Dundee.
Put St Johnston instead of Dundee.
I got Airdrie.
So we got 5 points for Fallen Maniac, 4 points for Justin, 3 for Samuel, and 2 for Ahmed. And that's it, I think. Final question, Phil.
Well, I've got this one, and then I've got that other one to do after.
That's okay, carry on.
I'll do number 5. So, which current Walsall player boasts amongst his former league clubs Burton Albion, Port Vale, Bradford City, and Colchester United?
Oh, who's that?
Was it Blackburn, Port Vale?
Port Vale.
Burton Albion, Port Vale, Bradford City, and Colchester United.
I think I've got that.
I think first past the post on this gets 5 points. Burton Albion, you know, Laking's gone there.
Yeah, but he would have mentioned so.
Yeah. Well, we've got so far Adoma, Hornby, Charlie Lakin, Albert.
Was it Colchester?
I went for Hornby.
What are you saying, Phil?
It is Sam Hornby.
Sam Hornby. So that's 5 points for Fallen Maniac, 4 points for Samuel, and then that's it. You got one extra, haven't you, Phil? Should we go for that one?
This might take a bit longer for people to answer, but it's about our 4 international players. So Liam Gordon, who plays for Guyana, Albert Adoma, who's played for Ghana, and then Donovan Daniels and Brandon Comley have both played for Montserrat. So I want you to try and put them in order from most to least in terms of international caps. So of those 4 players,
so Liam Gordon, Adoma,
Liam Gordon, Adoma, Donovan Daniels, Brandon Comley. Can you try and put them in order from most to least in terms of international caps that they've got for their countries?
Okay. Oh, Stephen's having a go on this one as well.
That's what I'd say. But
we give you a little bit of time on that.
I think
The
I think was that your order?
yeah. Oh, we got a few in here now. Yeah, I'm mindful of time, so we're sort of gonna just give you a second, and then we go for the next. They're all getting excited for Dazzy's questions. You've got some tough ones for us.
Dazzy's questions are going to be.
Mine are back. Mine were Back to the Future when Back to the Future was on.
Right then, so I think what we've got here, first one in was Liam Gordon, Daniels, Comley, Adoma. It's Justin's, Donovan, Daniels, Gordon, Adomi, Comley, Daniels, Gordon, Albert, Gordon, Comley, question mark. Adoma, Daniels, Gordon, Comley.
Well, I don't think any of those. I don't think any of those have got them right. I think people might be a bit surprised at who's bottom. Anyway, so first Liam Gordon with 22 caps for Guyana. Second, Brandon Comley with 20 caps for Montserrat. Third is Albert Adoma with 19 caps for Ghana. And last is Donovan Daniels with 7 caps for Montserrat.
What should we do points wise there? Should we just give points to the ones who got the best, the top one?
So it's good. Well, yeah. So it's good. Liam Gordon is top with 22 caps for Guyana.
I've got Daniels probably the wrong way around.
Well, we'll do a point for each right answer.
A point for each right answer. That's fair enough, Stephen. So we're
let me do it.
Go on. You just drop in there. While we're just working that out, quick thought about the Virtue Trophy. Question for Darren. Away to Peterborough next. It's starting to get interesting, isn't it? Quarter final if we win this one.
Yeah, I mean, I do that because I fundamentally disagree with the under-21 teams being in it. So
there's only one left in it now.
Yeah, I know. I just hate what they've done. They're just all greedy. I hate it, what they've done. But yeah, it's getting real. I mean, it's probably one of the toughest games we could have probably got. But as we've shown all season, every time I think, oh, here we go, we pull out some ridiculous performance. So who knows? But yeah, I'm kind of like, if there was some sort of deal that we could do, if we went out in that trophy and then get promoted, then it's that all day. So I'm kind of not so bothered about it. But like, obviously, I want us to win, but it's not the end of the world. I don't think if we go out. But
I think in some respect, with a smaller squad, it would be considered a distraction. But given the size of our squad, I think it's giving valuable minutes to people who need them.
It's like glorified friendlies, really. Like, I hate it, but there we go.
Yeah. Right then, have you got those, Stephen?
Yeah.
He's got that? Okay. Right then, before we get on to Dazzy's, let's just, I'm just going to put some of mine on, but not all of them. So a little bit of lightheartedness and a little bit of frivolity and all that. Hopefully it works. Hopefully. Which is the first one. It's on the screen, which is a good start. Let's hang on. Let's get. Oh, hang on. Name the former player. So this is a nice, easy one to start.
Easy.
This is the easy one, yeah.
It's not the guy in the wolf.
Hey,
the guy's me.
The very best.
Right then.
I ain't got a clue.
How many of us have got it? I thought this was an easy one.
Yeah, but I'm different generation to you.
Is that easier?
It's easier, better to see.
No, the knowledge of ex-Walsall players for me comes in totally about when John Mackin was playing for us. That's when my knowledge of Walsall players starts.
Yeah. We're into the realm of a point for each one now for these longer ones. Justin saying Ryder, Neil Barrett saying Roper, Ahmed saying I'm 10, so I don't know, which is fair enough. Fallen Maniac thought it was Tom who does the social media at first. It is, of course, Ian Roper.
Right, I've heard of him and I've heard him speak, but I've never seen him.
Yeah. So that's your point for that one.
You missed it, mate. Oh, what a player!
Next one,
Sir Ian Roper, surely not just Ian Roper.
That's it. Yeah, Stuart Roper, Ian Roper, not Stuart Roper.
No, I said Sir Ian Roper.
Oh, Sir Ian Roper, that's it. Speed question next. I can't even remember what it is myself, so that'll be a surprise for me as well. So speed question. This is 5 points for whoever's. Should we go 5 points?
5 points for whoever's first.
5 points for whoever's first. Who's this?
Oh dear me, that was fun.
I'll make the picture bigger.
Possibly one of the worst players I've ever seen. There's quite a few of them in that era, actually, wasn't there?
Jesus.
That defense. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That player.
Considering we had him and Ward in the same defense, that should be illegal.
Oh dear.
And Hayden White as well. That should be illegal.
Hayden. Hey, don't knock Hayden White.
It's
Stephen's favourite player, Hayden White. You can't knock him.
It was class before, and then this was his downfall.
Right then, so we got 5 points going to Samuel Evans, 4 for Ahmed, 3 for Justin, 2 for Fallen Maniac. It is, of course, the legendary Mr. Slow, Ash Taylor.
Legendary.
Ash Taylor. I think he plays in Gibraltar now or something like that. No, he signed for...
He played in Europe. How on earth did Ash Taylor end up in Europe? That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I'm amazed he got another job after he left us.
He must have the greatest agent in the world.
Absolutely. What an absolute cap.
He ended up back at
Bradford. Ahmed, you didn't see him play. He was remarkably slow. He'd have a 5 yards start on players and still be nowhere near them.
That goal at Hartlepool comes to mind.
This is we're into star guest question time. So with this one, I want you to type and then wait, and then we'll say when to go, so we sort of can't follow off the other ones. Yeah. So once you got your answer, type it in, but don't press send until we say. Yeah. We're going to do this one, then we're on to Dazzy's challenges.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Can you hear that?
My question for you is, who scored Warsaw's first goal of the 2024-25 season?
Do you hear that okay?
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Oh, it is.
My question for you is, who scored Warsaw's first goal of the 2024-25 season? Ho, ho, ho.
Right then, if you've typed your answers in, ready, press send. So we've got the name of the former player and the answer to the question. So a point for each. Or should we say 2 points for each?
Well, no, points for each.
Point for each, okay. Right then, so we've got Taylor Allen, quite right. So a point for Samuel. D. Keats and Taylor Allen. So we're just 1 point for Ahmed. Neil Barrett, 1 point. And Fallen Maniac, just the 1 point.
Oh, was it?
Right then.
Might be him.
So,
No, what are you playing?
Santa Claus here again.
Oh.
The answer to my question is Taylor Allen. Ho, ho, ho.
right then, let's. We'll go for the next speed question.
Say who the player is.
I've got to carry on doing it. Oops.
Oh, nobody saw that.
Nobody saw that. Who was the player? I'll tell you that in a minute.
Oh, no.
Or shall I tell you now? It was Darren Rack.
Oh, well.
We'll go speed question in a minute. In fact, you've seen the first one, so I'll bring it up. Quickly type. Whose arm is this?
I can't believe I didn't get Darren Ruck. I cannot believe one of my all-time favourite Walsall players.
Yeah.
I just went for someone.
Mine too, Daz. I didn't get him either.
I picked up a Scouse accent, which is as far removed as you can get.
He put quite a loud voice on for it. I think he's got Santa in his head. So how many points we're giving these?
I'm doing
a point each, yeah.
Yeah.
So a point for Justin, Fallen Maniac, Ahmed, and Samuel. That is, of course, is DJ. I bet all our pundits got that. Right then, we're going to just jump off that for a second because it's time for Darren's questions. Right then, Daz, let's get yours.
I got a bit of promotion, bit of FA Cup fever, bit of this, bit of that, but it's all old stuff. So it'll be a test for the youth.
For the younger ones.
For the younger ones, yeah. It's question one. Sorry, Jack.
Give it a go.
The last time we played on Christmas Eve was in 1979-80, which we got promoted out of the fourth tier for what it's worth. So we played against Halifax on Christmas Eve in 1979. 36 hours later, we won 3-1 to go top of the fourth division in the traditional Boxing Day fixture. We then won again on the 29th to go into the new year, 1980, as league leaders. So who were the teams we played in those two festive games? There's a reason I asked this.
Okay.
So we played somebody on the 26th of December and somebody on the 29th of December.
It's either going to be that or another one.
Yeah, I think me and Jack are both struggling with that one. Me, because I can't remember stuff very well.
I've nearly given it, yeah.
I've gone for I reckon there's two options them answers could be, and it's either what I've gone for or what I could go for. But I'm not going to say because it was Simon Clue.
Got you. That's quite a clever question, if that's correct. Right then, have you got some answers for us?
On Boxing Day 1980, we played Doncaster Rovers.
Yeah.
And on the 79. And on the 29th of December 1979, we played Newport County.
And
the
same again.
is we played Doncaster on Boxing Day, we played Newport on the 29th. Hopefully the season finishes in the same way.
First in, well, it's looking good so far. 5 points, Justin. 4 points, Fallen Maniac. 3 points, Ahmed. Okay, next one.
Question 2, much easier. Who scored the final goal of the 1998-99? Sorry, the final Walsall goal of the 1998-99 Graydon Miracle season. So, who was the last Walsall player to score in the Miracle season?
Yes. That is much easier.
That's not how you're supposed to.
I guarantee, Jack, you've heard of him.
I've put down someone who I've heard of and I've seen goals of.
I'm 10, so I don't know. I'm old and I forget things. That's my answer.
Was it that, Dad? Was it the penultimate game of that season?
It was. We lost 2-0 at Stoke on the last day.
Yeah, I remember that very well. Yeah.
What was the score in that game? Do you remember?
2-2.
Was it Fulham we played?
It was Fulham.
Right, I've got it. Yes, I've got it.
Yeah, it's not Siggy Olofsson then. He did score that goal. He scored against Oldham, didn't he?
He scored, and then the Fulham game, Rob Steiner got the first goal. And shall I go?
Yeah, go on.
Ian Roper got the second goal.
Yeah,
Ian Roper.
I went for Roger Bolly.
A year too late, mate. A year too late. Probably 18 months too late, to be honest with you.
Oh, well.
I remember Siggy scoring. Siggy Olofsson scoring. That was a good one. Now points on that one then.
Put me down for 5.
Put you down for 5 for that one. Okay.
Yeah, I got that one.
Justin's just bringing Roper down. You can't have a go after his talent. Go on then, Daz. What's your next one?
Right. This is about 1998, 99 again, and 2006, 2007. Both got promoted. I think, and I haven't checked it properly, but I'm 99% sure. Our win at Harrogate on Saturday was 6 away wins for the season, and the last 2 times we've done 6 away wins before on New Year's Day was 98, 99, 06, 07. So in 98, 99, 06, 07, we got 6 away wins by the end of New Year's Day. Which club featured in both sets of those 6 away wins?
Let's go for it.
It was an amazing away win in 98, 99, if that helps. I think it was a late away win in the Money season.
Richard Money. What a memory he's, eh?
Does it involve a Portuguese player, Daz, or not?
No.
Do you know which game I'm thinking of? No, because that game I'm thinking of was like the last but 2 games of the season. So ignore me. Yeah. The Darren Rack game I was thinking of. Yeah.
Walsall as the answer is one of them.
I tried to get years where we do well.
No.
I instantly thought Carlos Banguera, but then I realised. Yeah.
Shall I go? Shall I break cover?
Yeah, go on.
So 98, 99, we won 4-3 at Bristol Rovers. We were 2-0 down inside 5 minutes, won 4-3 in the last couple. And 06, 07, I think we won late at Bristol Rovers again. I know we won late at the Bristol Rovers. Interestingly, both 98, 99, 06, 07, we drew at home to them as well. So we drew 3 each in 98, 99, and 2 each in 06, 07.
Well, you thought about it again on that one.
Anybody?
Now points on that one. We did have Notts County, Lincoln. Phil got the points.
Good work.
Daz gave it. It wasn't until Daz said it was an amazing game that the Bristol Rovers one came to mind. And the reason I remember that game is because I was actually at university in Bristol at the time, and I was supposed to be playing football that day. And I don't know that Daz will know, but it was absolutely peeing down with rain that day. And our game got called off at about 2:15. So it was a quick get in the car, get across to Bristol Rovers. And by the time I got there, we were 2-0 down because I was a bit late, but then it was still worth it.
I got in at 2-0 as well. It was. And they missed another chance as well.
Yeah.
So I always feel we won 4-1 because the first 2 didn't count. But
Honourable mention for Bjarni Larison as well. I used to love
Larison, yes.
What a player.
It was wide, wasn't he? He was wide.
Yeah.
It was huge.
I think we'd lost at Fulham the week before and kind of 2-0 down at Bristol Rovers, and you're thinking, are the wheels coming off? No, they weren't. Okay, I'm going to go back even further now. Sorry, Jack. I've killed Jack, I think. Everybody old enough can remember the Watford 4-4 FA Cup replay as part of that trilogy. That run contained some really notable scalps along the way. That was the 5th round, that was. We beat Chesterfield 2-0 in round 1. But do you want to tell me who we beat in rounds 2, 3, and 4? And they're all notable for a reason.
Right.
2, 3, and 4.
That'll be
Yeah.
point for each.
Point for each.
Most of the oldies should get all of them.
Right. I think I've got him.
Phil's got him. You got a better memory than I have.
I think I'm not sure on one.
Justin's first in with an answer. He's flying, Justin. He's at the minute. He's trying to catch up after being a late starter. He's doing very well. Right then, let's just give you another minute or so, or another half a minute. Is that your fourth? Was that the fourth or the fifth? Is that your last one, Daz, or you got one more after that?
I got one more after this.
Okay. Who remembers when we beat Stoke 3-0 in the Championship? Floodlights went out for 15 minutes.
Floodlights went out just as George scored.
I missed. We're gonna give the Premier League one day, and that's gonna be my claim. I've only ever seen us in the bottom half of League One and League Two. This is ridiculous.
I'm just glad we've seen some joy. That's the
yeah. Feels good.
Don't tell somewhere.
Me and Stephen just sat here like, oh,
Yeah.
all these nice memories. You get Bristol Rovers away.
And Phil was right. He absolutely bucketed down. Bucketed.
Bristol Rovers away, didn't bucket it then, and we lost 2-0. Someone went up to Matt 1-0. Someone went to Matt 10 and threw the ticket at him.
Yeah.
Justin said he was at the Golden away day at Bristol Rovers. He was there for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Who was that?
Right then. So we've just got a few answers. Justin, Neil, and Fallen Maniac are in there. Can you tell us the three?
So in round 2, we beat Port Vale 5-0, which is always good to remember. Round 3, we won at Sellers Park. We beat Charlton 2-1 at Sellers Park. Charlton were in what is the Premier League now. The only top flight team we beat since that is Charlton in 202, off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And in the 4th round, we beat Birmingham City 1-0.
For them as well.
Very
good. That was in the Ken Weldon was still there, and there was a lot of they tried to move us to Birmingham the previous summer, so that was most people remember that one.
I could have got all of them.
Joint killing days, that.
I could have got all of them.
So 3 points for Justin for that. And a point for
Fallen.
Okay, right then. Final question, Daz.
Who was the last Football League team to lose to Walsall at Fellas Park?
Oh
dear.
Oh.
I should know this.
So the last in the last team we beat at Fellas Park.
Yes.
We lost. Whatever.
Just got an interesting question in here. Percy saying that was Pommers dressed as Santa earlier, was it? No, it wasn't.
I honestly thought it was. I was texting Percy and I was like, is that Pomley or Bonser? He's going to do a reveal.
Percy, you really warned me there. I was really nice about him at the time, Mark.
It was Santa. Santa's a Sadness fan. Santa is a Sadler.
Where's the colours?
So, who remembers the 7-0 away win versus Macclesfield? I remember that one.
I've been told
7-0 flattered Macclesfield. Genuinely.
Yeah.
I went to that one where all the balls came on the pitch at Macclesfield away. Do you remember that one as well?
I was on the telly, weren't he?
Yeah, Merson was doing commentary, wasn't he, on the side, and we were giving him some advice.
Gary Porter. Gary Porter scored a couple, didn't he? Was it Gary Porter?
I think so. Gary Porter had gone by then.
Had he? I think
Gary Porter went in the middle of 98, 99. I think he went to Hartlepool. I think.
Right then, so answer on that one.
So our final game at Fellas Park was a 1-1 draw with Rotherham, but the Saturday previously we beat Tranmere 2-1.
Yes.
Tranmere. Well, we had Doncaster, Preston, Doncaster, and Rotherham.
I went Man
Really
City.
Tranmere.
So
That
Preston,
team was to follow on the 5th in the Premier League.
just looking at Soccer Base, the Preston was in the March of 1990. The Tranmere was April 28th.
Got you. That's
Yeah,
it. We didn't
got
doubt you
that
for a
one.
second. Right then, excellent. Thanks, Daz. Right then, I've got my let me get my crazy bit on here.
What was good, that?
Let's see what we got on here. Another star guest question. This is our mate Darren Rack's back.
When I came on Simon's show, I talked about my career ending. How old was I when I finished my professional playing career?
You hear that okay?
When I came on Simon's show, I talked about my career ending. How old was I when I finished my professional playing career?
How old was Darren Rack when he finished his professional playing career?
Simon's show, I talked about my career ending.
Who was that?
How old was I when I finished my professional playing career?
Can you pause this running?
When I came on Simon.
So we got some guesses here: 33, 34, 35, 33, 35. Any of you guys confident?
No.
I'm going to go 36 because I think he played on a bit after us. He did 10 years with us.
I've gone 37, so.
Okay, well, let's have a look, shall we?
I'm wrong.
So,
I'm close to Dad's. It always means I'm hopefully quite close.
I'm wrong. Well.
35 years of age.
2 years.
Okay, stop worrying.
so that's 35. So that's 5 points for Neil, 4 points for Justin, 3 for Fallen Maniac. And that's it. Right then, 1 second.
How old was he when he was at Walsall?
Say again.
How old was he when he was at Walsall?
I think he left Warsaw. He was about 31, I think, when he left Warsaw.
Ho, ho, ho. Congratulations, it was Darren Rack, if you didn't know. I just want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Ho,
Nice one.
Ho. Congratulations,
Okay.
it was Darren Rack, if you
Yes,
didn't know.
that's all right.
I just want to wish
You
you
can
all
stop
a
it
very
now.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
That's it. Nice one, Racky. So thanks, Darren Rack, for doing that. That was really good. Darren Rack, great player. Dean Keats lived the same estate as me, you know, if he's still involved managing. Dean Keats, where's Dean Keats now?
I haven't heard about him since he left Wrexham.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think we have some more questions, I think. Hang on. This is a type then wait question. So put all your answers in and then I'll tell you when to press go. Who is this? Initials only. And who did he score against in this picture? 1 point for each. So type your answer in and then I'll tell you when to press go. I changed it. Do everybody know this?
Yeah.
Right then. Okay, press go, send. Let's see the answers. And there's no answers. Okay. Okay, we got the answers coming in. Brendan Kiernan and versus Vale. Brandon Port Vale. BK Port Vale. Right then, so we got 2 points for Ahmed. 1 point for Justin. 1 point for Fallen Maniac. 2 points for Samuel. Yeah, that was the wheel was the clue. Daryl's at the wheel. You remember him singing that? And there's lots of dogs being floated about as well. But we won't go into the details of that. Yeah, good old Brendan Kiernan. And the BK, he had a Call BK campaign, which is sort of like for mental health sort of work he was doing. Right then, next one. Type them weight again. Name the player. Name the player. I think this is an easy one.
Yeah, probably, yeah. It's one of the easiest ones.
So type it in and then get ready to press send.
Dean Keats manages Charlotte FC.
Charlotte FC. Right then, you can press, okay, press go. We got the first answer in there. You guys got that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a point for Ahmed, a point for Fallen Maniac, point for Samuel. Hutchinson. That's not Hutchinson. Right then. Okay. That was, of course, Douglas James Taylor. Right then, star guest next. Ready for this one? Should we have a type and wait on this or just go for it? What do you reckon?
Do type and wait again.
Hang on, let's
take it back. Take it back. Take it back. Thank you. There you go. Need to lift it up.
That's it. Sorry about that.
There we go.
Who was Sadler's leading goal scorer in the 1998-1999 season when Walsall won automatic promotion behind Kevin Keegan's Fulham and Manchester City finished third?
Right then. You get that? So who was the leading goal scorer in that season? And who's the former player in the picture?
Is it 2 points?
You have spouted his 2 points, yeah. So we've got Rammel and Hodge, Rammel and Rammel. I get you guys get this, did you?
I knew I'd got it before you'd even press play, mate. Seriously.
Okay, good. Oh, both of them.
I'd guess what the question was going to be as well.
And you recognised him, yeah. Yeah, it's right then.
It was Andy Rammel, of course. Merry Christmas, everyone. Have a great Christmas and Happy New Year.
Brilliant. Nice one, Andy Rammel. Superhero.
1998.
Right then, so we got 2 points for Justin, 1 point for Neil Barrett, and then we.
You need to click the next slide now.
I know, I got to click on there first. Right then, next bit. Speed question. Super Rambo, of course. Yep. Speed question. Which away game was this? 5 points for the first answer.
Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I remember this one quite well.
Did you actually finish that, or was that?
I did. Except I didn't manage the chips, which came with it.
Yeah, he struggled with the chips.
But I managed to do the old burger, so yeah.
Okay, first in with the answer there was Ahmed. 5 points for Ahmed. 4 points for Samuel. 3 points for Justin. 2 points for Fallen Maniac. And 1 point for Colin. Yeah, it was, of course, Accrington. Super Accrington Stanley. Right then. Ready for the final round. This is the final one. So on this, you'll need to put A, then your answer, B, then your answer, C, then your answer, then D, then your answer. You got all the time in the world to write your answers, but don't send it because you'll be giving it away to everybody else. Yep. So right then. Who are they? A, B, C, and D.
Oh, okay.
Simon, I've got to get off.
Okay, Darren.
Ho, Merry Christmas, everyone. Up the Saddlers.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Cheers, mate.
See you later.
We're nearly done.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
Who is that third one?
I'll tell you what. C. I think
I know his name. I know his name because I've got it. I remembered now. I was at the one game he played.
As soon as I put my glasses on, I worked out who it was.
Yeah. He played one game for us.
Oh, Ahmed's gone early.
He played one game for us against.
Go on then. Put your answers in now. Press go.
I thought it was letting me.
That's 2 points.
Yeah, I know.
I think I'm right. He played one game.
I've only got one answer in so far. You can press your answers now. Let's see the answers come up. Oh, that's 3 for Justin. Fallen Maniac. Oh, got 3 for Fallen Maniac. Nobody's got all 4 yet. Nobody's got all 4 yet.
It's Nathan Lowe, isn't it? I think.
Right then.
Fourth one,
Is it
yeah.
time to is it time to reveal?
Yeah.
There we go. Matt Sadler, Lee Pomlet, Finn Clark from not on loan from Norwich, and our superstar Nathan Lowe.
Finn Clark.
I hadn't got it. My glasses didn't help.
I didn't know. I got
It's
it.
John.
I
Say
think
again, Dad.
I thought it was Tom Knowles, but my glasses didn't help.
No.
I'd erased Finn Clark from my memory.
Finn Clark. He
Jack Nolan, so it's close.
Yeah, I don't know.
played one game against Swindon in the Carabao Cup. I think that was it.
Yeah, he didn't get much game time, did he?
All for 5 minutes and then went back to Norwich, which is a very strange cameo, a bit like Harvey Griffiths. Anyway.
That's it. I think that was the end. That's it.
That's the end of that.
Yeah, nice one. Oh, well, I hope you enjoyed that. Just a bit of fun. Stephen's going to tot up the scores and see where we are. We are just playing for fun today, but we might be able to sort a prize out at some point. I think we'll see. Right then. So, Phil, predictions for where Walsall are going to finish this season?
Thanks for coming to me first on that one, Simon.
That's quite right.
It's going to be a unanimous decision, so I won't.
Look, I think I predicted 5th at the start of the season, and I thought I was being overly optimistic at that stage. Now it might seem that might be slightly pessimistic given the position that we're in. Oh, blimey. Let's go for a top 3 finish. I'm not going to specify where, but I'm going to predict that we will finish in the top 3 somewhere.
Go on, Jack.
Top.
Win the league. I'm liking it. Daz?
I'm not tempting fate. I ain't getting it. You will not get an answer out of me on this one.
I'll tell you what. I had a chat with Gabriel Sutton before the start of the season, before we'd got Nathan Lowe in place, by the way. And I was predicting, I said, if we don't get more strikers in, I think we'll struggle to get above 14th. But obviously, getting the strikers in does make a big difference. And I think if we can keep the team together and strengthen, as we've talked about, I think top 3 has got to be there for the taking, I think, and get ourselves back into League One. Got an interesting comment here. We're just finishing off while Stephen's checking the scores.
I can't believe this.
Although I didn't officially take part, I really enjoyed the quiz, says Jane. So that's a nice one. Thank you. Hope you all enjoyed that. We've got to say, it's first half of the season has been superb. And support for the channel is great. So we love doing the shows and love that people enjoy them as well. Stephen, what we got? Oh, he's not won, has he? Hang on, give a rundown.
I can't believe
fifth to first. Go on.
I can't believe this, yeah. But coming in 5th with 28 points is the January Stars.
The January Stars.
In 4th is Ahmad with 38 points. And then we go up to Samuel Evans in 3rd, which is 53 points. And then Fallen Mania with 58. And then, of course, Justin with 64.
Justin's won it again.
Justin's won again.
He is the quiz champion.
Unbelievable.
I would say I have a prize for Justin, but he won them all last time, so I've got no extra prizes for him. But that's good. I say, really hope you all enjoyed it, and it's been great having you guys on. Special thanks to Darren Rack and Andy Rammel, of course, for sort of helping to contribute, and of course Jim Green from the Willenhall Rotary, who was Santa for the day. So thank you very much. Cheers, boys. Thanks for everything. Cheers.
Have a good Christmas, everyone.
Happy Christmas, everyone.
Cheers. Yeah, Merry Christmas. That's Boxing Day joy and a big battle, isn't it, coming up? Right then, nice one. Cheers. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.